I'm excited today. Today's unboxing is something I've been wanting for a long time, and I really hope it's good. This time we're unboxing this. It's JOYO JW-03 2.4 gigahertz wireless guitar system. And I have wanted a wireless guitar system for a long time, just never got one. And this says $33.99 is the internet price, but I only paid just under $9 for this. It says 2.4 gigahertz ISM band frequency hopping, 48K/16-bit high quality signal acquisition/playback, superior 103 dB dynamic range, more than 100 feet range indoors, less than 5 milliseconds latency, no lag or signal loss, simultaneous broadcasts on 4 channels, and up to 8 hours playtime per charge. The one thing that I always worried about with these things was that latency. Now, I don't know if you've ever played Rocksmith or tried to hook up your guitar to a laptop, but if you have and you've ever experienced that little bit of latency when you're playing, it just wrecks you. You can't play. It's so hard to play with any latency. But I've never heard of this one before. I think it'd be a good idea to go to Amazon and look it up and see if we can find it. All right, I think I found it on here, and actually it looks like it has a pretty good rating. Over 3,000 ratings, and it's got a 4.5 stars, so that's pretty good. It also looks like the list price is $50. On Amazon, it's $39.99. But like I said, I only paid $9 for this, so even if it sucks, I'm only out $9. Okay, it's time to open it now. And the store I got this from was like a salvage surplus place, so this isn't wrapped in plastic or anything. I don't know if you order this if it would be or not, but mine's not. But let's dig in here and see what we got. Our owner's manual. We'll protect the phone. And there we go. It looks like everything's there. Thank God. Let's see, we got a transmitter. There's the transmitter. And this is the receiver, which I'm going to assume you put the receiver into the amp and the transmitter into the guitar. The charge cable, that's really cool. The end of the charge cable has 2 plug-ins, so you can charge these both at the same exact time. I like that. Okay, box is empty. Now it's time to see if it works. Just get this out of the way. Okay, so here they are. Let's put the switches on and see if they come on. Okay, they both work. That probably means we can test these out without charging them first too. So let's turn them off and let's get a guitar. Okay, so I'm gonna have to change my filters on my mic real quick, so if I sound different here in a second, that's why. I need the microphone to pick up the guitar. Now do keep in mind, if you have a guitar where your input is like down in the guitar, kinda like this might fit kinda weird. I'm not sure, just be mindful about that. Okay, let's turn it on. Do we have noise? I think it works. Okay, now, the biggest question I have is latency. Is there latency? I hope there's not latency. Let me turn the amp up a little bit and get a pick, and we'll test it out. Okay, everything's set up and ready. Hopefully you can hear it. Let me move this a little bit. And, let's see. I don't feel any latency. I think this is working pretty well. I'm liking this a lot. And there's no cord here in front of me. This is awesome. I don't notice too much tone difference really. I mean, maybe slightly, but not enough that I can actually tell if I'm really noticing a difference, if that makes sense. Still pretty chuggy. Notes still come through pretty well. I'm pretty impressed with this. I think it sounds pretty good. I don't notice any delay really at all. It sounds pretty much like it always sounds when I use the cable. I am really happy. I do wonder what the range is though. Like if I get up and walk all the way into the end of my room here, can you still hear it? You can hear it. But like, what if I go all the way downstairs into my kitchen or something? Can you hear it then? Did you hear it? Okay, I'm pretty sure it worked because I could hear my amp through the floor downstairs, but yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know what to expect when I saw this at the store. I saw this and I was like, maybe it's good, maybe it isn't. I had no idea, but I am really, really happy with this. Let's just hope it doesn't break anytime soon. This is too exciting. I'm too happy. I'm going to get hit by a bus or something today. When's the last time you bought something and it made you feel joy? I'm getting hit by a bus. Imagine it just slams right through my upstairs room wall. Okay, so I've had this for about a week now, using it off and on. I didn't want to put this video out without actually using it for a little bit, because I didn't want to just go on the first impression. I wanted to actually use it. So far, I'm still pretty happy with it. Now, I have tested some things. I went downstairs, and I noticed that if I'm downstairs, sometimes it does cut out, or there will be a little latency depending on where I'm at. But as long as I'm upstairs somewhere, or I'm in my room, I don't really notice any latency. But you gotta also remember, downstairs it's going through floors and walls and all that stuff. The average person probably isn't going to be using this in a different room. Everywhere I went upstairs, I didn't get any latency. And to go far enough to get latency without any walls or floors would probably be farther than the average guitar cable anyway. So I think set your expectations for this, that you're going to be in the same room, or you're going to be on a stage somewhat close to your amp, or in your room somewhat close to your amp, about like if you had a guitar cable plugged in. I am still pretty impressed with it. I'm still pretty happy. I still think it's really cool that I can play just here in my room and there's no latency that I can tell. I've been enjoying using this for the last week and I still haven't even got hit by that bus yet. One last thing before we send it off back to past me. When I first hooked it up, I did notice that it kind of cut out. And then it just stopped doing that. It might have just needed charge, so I charged it, I let it fully charge, and then ever since then, I've been using it, and I haven't really had any problems. I haven't even had to recharge it yet, and I've been using this for almost a week. Now, your mileage may vary depending on how often you use it, but I haven't had to charge it yet. I guess that's enough from me now. Let's go back to that goofball so he can end this video. Anyway, that about does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful and informative. And I do stream on another channel called Ulrich Firelord Streams. Same name, just streams after the end. If that's something you're interested in. It gets a little weird over there sometimes. But if you did watch this video, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. And maybe I'll see you around on the internet again someday.